for a team that knows what it takes. Brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Listening to my radio, it's the 2023 wrap up with assistance from the Tire Rack Studio, 95.7 The Game, complaining about Lamar Jackson needs to not play next week because the Steelers have been completely broke. There's 2 games next week. There's a Cincinnati game in Cincinnati, and there's a Steeler game in Pittsburgh. And guess what? The Steeler fans are not buying tickets for Lamar Jackson because it's not a playoff game. The Steelers have been officially eliminated by me right now. And I've seen a little X by their name in the standings because the playoff machine is lying. The Steelers think they win and they're in, but they're begging Lamar Jackson not to play. Joe Flacco will be on the sideline in Cincinnati. They are begging Lamar Jackson to not play, but the Steelers need to win. The Bengals have nothing to play for. The Steelers have everything. My NBC radio is saying Jim Harbaugh will make the worst call of his life if he plays Lamar Jackson. Jim Harbaugh is the hottest coach in free agency in front of Mike Tomlin. Are they asking? I'm shocked. I was about to go live with some other topics, but right now it's all about the Bengals have survived. They have not been defeated. They are eliminated, but they are still playing at home Joe Flacco will be there in Ohio. Hallmark moment. This next week's schedule, let me look at it. They're also saying Trent Williams needs to play next week. NFL schedule.
There are 30 NFL games between today and next Sunday.
It's going to show me next week's. Yes, it is. There's 2 football games in Vegas and only 1 Raider game. The Broncos are not invited, but the Broncos are in town. It's an interesting week. I'm a little disgusted that the Steelers don't want to face Lamar Jackson. They're big. Somebody came into my show and left. Jason is still screaming. He's got his eviction notice on his door. I got a picture of it. Yeah. To wrap up 2023. Edge beat Christian because Christian's a jobber. Everybody on Raw sucks anyways. AEW sucks because they hire bums like Jericho. and CM Punk, the enabler. He's making Jericho. Oh. I got cred, bitches. That's almost the name of the show. I like that theme song. Was it the best song of the year? I had profits in December. I had money left over. I'm still spending money. I had so much money left over. Maybe I'll comb my hair next year. Maybe I'll wash my clothes next year. I made my bed. Maybe I'll wash my blanket next year. Maybe I'll buy new sheets next year. I usually get new sheets for Christmas. I didn't get new sheets this year. You can barely hear Jason if you're lucky. Watched a lot of good shows today. There's so many new up and coming shows on YouTube, all independent football coverage. I have impeccable taste in who I watch. Although I'm looking for the new theater, not a new audience. Forgotten theaters. I guess 8 years ago, board games tried to take over YouTube and failed. Something similar to that, but I'm not watching board games. I watched a bunch of Fort Hood videos today because I lived on Fort Hood. I survived Fort Hood. It's ghetto, man. You don't know. I consider myself the very first soldier deployed from Fort Hood in this century during the 21st Century Warfighter program. That's my heart. That's my heart. I'm not entertained by small arms, man. As Kevin Nash was saying today, Big Sexy, you're making grenade jokes. There were so many bombings in Cleveland in the 70s. Nobody used guns, bro. I think Brock Purdy or Sam Howell was in the kneeling position to end the game. You can say the 49ers were deprived of a competitive experience. They were leading the whole game, just like they were leading all season. The Bengals put up more fight versus the champions than the Redskins did versus the contenders. I mean, they're both in bed with each other over John Gruden, emails, blackmail. Who's going to pay for Jimmy Garoppolo? Who's going to pay for Derek Carr? There was no money There was no money for Nick Bosa, but they found it. There was no money for have any of these guys. They're supposed to pay Nick's backup so he can come in when he taps out because he's going gas out. I've never seen when the 49ers have 70 plays on defense, it's not good for them. That's not when they win. They don't win close games when they slug out. Back to the Pittsburgh Steelers. It was embarrassing they lost week 1, and now they're begging Lamar Jackson not to play next week. They're questioning the judgment of Jim. It's just the lowest intellect show. Can't they talk about who the actual backup is instead of just complaining that bench Lamar? Like, they should be hyping up Josh Johnson, who was the 49ers backup. I mean, well, that's my wrap up of 2023. Listen, I don't care. Now I'm back. I'm on my free time. I'm gonna set it and forget it. Hit my vape, smoke, watch shit. I don't watch shit while I'm live. That's the hardest thing because I watch it so much. It's 6:27 in the afternoon. That's 5.5 hours left in the year. I watch No Go, but man, I can only watch anybody so long, especially when they're on Discord talking to somebody. It's hard to find a streamer. Oh wow, here comes Tony. Tony's live. God, I love you, Tony. I love you, Tony.
Not even 24 hours later, the Cowboys are on top of the NFC East. The next thing the Cowboy haters are getting ready to say is, oh, Roger Goodell ripped it from Jared Jones and his good pal, Jimmy Johnson. Problem is, you schmucks couldn't tell before the year, right after the Ring of Honor announcement, that this was all going to play out like this. And look, it's all going to play out. Cowboys going to win out the rest of the year. In a span of 24 hours, the Dallas Cowboys are on top of the division. This is about the lucky 13 years of Dallas hosting the Super Bowl. It's a 13-3 run to end the season because the 49ers are a fraudulent team. They're Las Vegas team. They choke every single January, February, every single New Year. 49ers choke every single New Year. How do I know? Because the Dallas Cowboys have won the 49ers.
Oh man, I love listening to Tony. He could put up an hour long stream. I will listen to that, even if he's not live anymore. I love listening to Tony tell it like it is. Happy New Year. Somebody came, somebody left. Somebody came and somebody left. 332 subscribers is where I'm at. It would be nice if I could just get one more. Happy New Year from somebody. Welcome. It's gonna let me go straight to your channel. You can't. My Final Fantasy friend. Yes, maybe I watched you. I do subscribe to the raccoon. It was raccoons. Coonins. I'm going to leave a like on the stream. I'm going to turn up my radio a little.
Y'all didn't see it, so I get it. And so that's a big part of the issue that I just wish in today's day and age, when we see everything's on demand, everything's on the internet, we've got access to everything all of the time. I wish we could move past the, hey, it happened when we were all watching, therefore it's worth more.
Yeah, but I think Pac-12 After Dark and NFL football are different. Like, no one's playing 7 o'clock Pacific games in the NFL where no one's watching. I'm just more referring to when you have a head-to-head battle late in the season in prime time, that game itself is going to be magnified exponentially, right, wrong, or indifferent, because, again, it was pegged all week long. Super Bowl preview, kind of not just Lamar and Brock, but also Christian as well. It's like, hey, look, we have pretty much the 3 MVP frontrunners here playing in one game. We all get to watch. The stage is set, and ultimately one team played better than the other, and one quarterback played better than the other, and then he even built on it this week with a monster performance against another playoff caliber team. So I completely get it, particularly in the Heisman Trophy stuff. I remember Toby Gerhart, going back to another Stanford Cardinal. Toby was a guy that I played with in Minnesota, and I think they beat us like 38-35 in Palo Alto my sophomore year, and Toby ran for 7 million yards and even threw a touchdown pass against us. And it was just, but Toby came in second for the Heisman that year, and really never had a chance to win it because he was playing on the West Coast, and most of his games came on at 10 p.m. Eastern time when 2/3 of the country wasn't watching anymore.
I'm visiting my parents.
That happened late at night on the West Coast. Steve DeSager. Yeah, that's when he does a lot of his very, very best work. And here he is once again with what's trending.
I looked at Toby Gerhart, 29 carries, 205 yards rushing against Notre Dame.
Good English.
In the 2009 season. And 3
Good graphics, Final Fantasy.
3 on the ground as well. And looking at the Heisman voting, Christian McCaffrey had 2 great seasons at Stanford. Derrick Henry also had 2,000 yards rushing that year. Derrick Henry beat out Christian McCaffrey for the 2015 Heisman. It was about 380 votes to 290.
Thank you.
And then the next year, Christian McCaffrey still had 1,600 yards rushing. He finished 9th in the Heisman voting. Lamar Jackson beating Deshaun Watson there. Speaking of San Francisco, the Niners not only clinch the 1 seed, but they get that first round bye. These days, of course, there is only 1 bye per conference. San Francisco has home field advantage throughout the NFC playoffs after winning at Washington 27-10. Not only is Brock Purdy over 4,000 yards passing,
my daughter.
The Niners have 4 guys
Rare.
over 1,000 yards from scrimmage. That's only happened with 3 other teams in NFL history where you have a 4,000-yard passer and 4 other players with 1,000 yards. Deebo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk, who had a good game today, George Kittle. Christian McCaffrey had 2,000 yards from scrimmage this NFL season. And nobody's had the breakdown of a running back and 2 wide receivers and your tight end with 1,000 yards all in the same season. And by the way, AP in the Bay Area points out that since we know kind of how the NFL configures the matchups for the schedule for the following season, they can already say that the Niners next year will be hosting the Kansas City Chiefs in a game, and the Niners next year will be hosting whoever wins the NFC East, like the Dallas Cowboys. What we don't know is
Yeah, the Cowboys are coming to town.
next weekend to end this NFL season. We assume it'll be announced tonight.
Cowboys are coming to town.
On Sunday Night Football next weekend will be Buffalo at Miami. Because after Buffalo's home win against New England 27-21, next week that Buffalo at Miami winner takes the AFC East. Miami got clobbered at Baltimore today, 56-19. The Ravens clinched the 1
56-19.
and the first round bye. Denver beat the Chargers 16-9, but the Broncos are eliminated.
Top of the
Cincinnati is out
paper.
after blowing a lead.
Looks
Kansas
smart.
City Chiefs 25-17 the final. The Chiefs clinched the AFC West title for an 8th straight year. The Pittsburgh Steelers have a chance at the final playoff spot in the AFC. Pittsburgh won at Seattle today 30-23. Najee Harris 2 touchdown runs, 122 yards. The Seahawks loss clinched a playoff spot for the Rams.
This is
Pittsburgh
illegal
9-7,
in Japan.
1 game to go. Next weekend, if
There's
there's
American
a Pittsburgh win and
GIs.
a Buffalo loss,
Nice.
the Steelers get the 7th seed. Or if there's a Pittsburgh win and a Jacksonville loss,
My friend
the
left.
Steelers get the 7th seed. Also in the NFL on the schedule today, Arizona was a winner at slumping Philadelphia 35-31, and Eagles wide receiver Devontae Smith left the stadium on crutches. New Orleans won at Tampa Bay
Nice.
23-13. Saints running back Alvin Kamara left with a sprained ankle. Jacksonville and Houston with wins. Chicago and Indy with victories. The Rams win was 26-25 at the Giants as New York with veteran kicker Mason Crosby missed a 54-yard field goal attempt in the final minute. College football's national semifinals are tomorrow. Then the national title game is a week later, January 8th in Houston. In the NBA, the Boston Celtics have won their 6th game in a row, 134-101 at San Antonio. Spurs record 5-27. And the Lakers lost again. New Orleans beat them 129-109. Lakers record 17-17. And upset in college hoops, Stanford beat number 4, Arizona 100-82. As for the NFL game going on right now, 2-minute warning. Green Bay leading at Minnesota 17-3.
Oh, God.
7-80 this season. Jordan Love with a touchdown pass and a touchdown.
I'm sorry.
Steve, great stuff, and thank you for the
The Packers are winning after Kirk Cousins takes his shirt off. And exposes his bird chest. The announcer yells, he's been here for 6 years. That's 6 years too many. Oh, angry old Hoops fans. This guy right here. You want to see what my feed looks like? Yeah, the House of Cards. My earplug collection. You don't need sound. What are you trying to listen to? What's this motherfucker doing in here? The Cowboys. Hot boys. Cowboys gonna win the Super Bowl. That's a deal. In the bank is closed for the day. The gold bank. A 124-year-old video to end at 2023. Hercules, Hercules. Yeah, get that. This is some good. This is hot, dude. This guy. Man, this. Oh, get. Yeah, that's the. Her mom. That's her dad. Her dad. Is this Woody from Toy Story? Who is that? Buckaroo Banzai? Fireworks going off outside. I'm gonna stand up and march out my apartment right after this video. See, my keyboard's all fucked up. I cut the cord, so it's not gonna ever work again. It just holds my iPad up. Yeah, baby. High tech. That's for charging my vape. That's for charging my vape. That's my ashtray. It's my ashtray, yo. See? Now it's clean. It's my wallet where I put my money at. See? That's where I keep the money at, bro. I got a lot of money. I got money. You just can't see it. That's right. Damn, this fucking House of Cards, that's a 16-minute damn Western. I'm the best in the world at what I do. You want the belt? You want the belt? You want the belt? You want the belt? Show me the belt. You want the belt? Whoa! Whoosh, whoosh. Sorry, see you later, bye-bye. I gotta shine my boots, man. I got. When the president ordered boots on the ground, I can't see. I'm looking straight over here. Whatever. It's my dream show. It's my dream show. People get to watch me do stupid shit. Okay. It's not stupid enough. It can always get worse. It's going where it goes. It's the end of the year show. It's the end of the year show. Don't know where my phone's gonna go. Why is it so hard to balance a phone? God damn it. It's so hard. It's so hard to balance. But for now, look. Put your phone down like a regular person. Good job. We got great. We got great. Happy New Year. My dream show. Hell of a lag. I'll raise my hand when the lag ends. Yeah. boots going on. Boots got good stats, man. I'd say about 20 stamina, 20 strength. Yeah. It's good stats on my boots, man. Good stats on my boots. You think stats is just a video game? Nah. It's real life. Busting out the pants. 2023. Oh gosh. There's a damn tag on for this. Mm-hmm. 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 2023 Levi's. I got them this year. They last. They're good pants. I'm buying Levi's again. You should too. I think I'm slick when I say that. I think I did 50. 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 Fucking 4 minutes till 7. That's 5 hours. 5 hours. Well, I don't stream like that anymore, man. Where's my headgear? Where's my do-rag? Time for a new one. I'm fond of this one. Right here around my neck. There. Jeez. Now I look nice. Somebody came and washed. That's nice. Green Bay Packers score.
The Packers are dominating the Vikings.
Happy New Year. That's the end of my show.